Hi everyone. So it's been a while since I have recorded a video. I think it's been more than a week. I'm not certain. I've had a really busy week on campus with classes and workshops. This week, today is Saturday, the 28th, and I am just with weird hair, really busy. But I need to sit down and make my design for my spring workshop that I'm going to be having in my studio. I'm also going to be recording the material so that people online can also participate. It's 3 days, 2 hours each day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of the first week of spring vacation here. I'm in Zone B of France, and my studio is in Plouzané. So I thought that I would create the poster in a way that reflects what we will be doing, or at least one of the activities. And one of the activities is the jelly plate. Yes, I love the jelly plate. Um, I'm still trying to find the way that I like to use it. It's not um like a given. Like what you see online, I find to be, I mean, they're fun. It's a fun time to just, grab magazine cuttings and transfer them onto here, or do, with patterns and stencils, but I find them messy. There's good messy, and then there's not so appealing messy for me. Like everyone has their own taste, but for me, I don't enjoy it. But I do like using stencils and creating kind of like a faux screen print type thing. I also really enjoy using different materials to create things. So I thought I would try a couple of tests on my largest jelly plate. This is larger than A4, and see what happens. So let me switch the camera and show you guys what I'm doing. So the things that I'm going to be using are acrylic paint. That's what you use with a jelly plate. Paper, just regular printing paper, just like regular printing paper, either to create the transfer or to do the cutout stencils. You need either a pair of scissors and your imagination. So, the theme for this workshop is tiny life and tiny worlds. That's what I'm calling it. And so, all things tiny. So, it will be insects, it will be snails and slugs, it will be fungi, worms, even birds. I'll go up to birds maybe, but definitely butterflies and moths and larvae and caterpillars, all of that. That's the theme, and we're going to be making different things with that theme. I also have already created one of the sketchbooks. One of the sketchbooks. That's right now there's nothing in it, but this is where the kids will be creating all of their goods, and it's really nice because then you finish the workshop and you have this keepsake where you can see all the stuff that you created, and you've created your own little book, and you can continue because we won't be using all of the pages in this sketchbook, and it's good paper. It's really good paper. It's actual bristle board from Canson Canson bristle board. And I tried out different materials to see how it reacts to water, to watercolors, to markers, inks. And as you see, nothing goes past it. Neocolors, pencil, um, Neocolor ones, the rainbow pencil, which I absolutely love the rainbow pencil. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So now I'm going to switch over and try stuff out. Okay, so I had to charge my battery, and also my phone storage was full, so I couldn't really record there. But so I did a couple of tests. Let me show you the tests. So this is test number 1. Here are the cutouts that I created. I think you saw me create them. That was before the battery died, I presume. This was test number 1. This was just a color test and, to see if I liked how overlapping colors looked like. I could have just used, triangles and squares and circles. It was just a color test. And here, again, I did another color test, but I used different colors, and I started with yellow and then this like fuchsia pink. And then I did a translucent ultramarine, and then I did this light sky blue. I like things about both of them. I really like the simplicity. I would prefer if this were more in the middle because of composition. I really like how this frog looks here, and I like this as well. So after doing that and waiting for my battery to charge, and I did these color tests on my small. I have different sizes of jelly plates. I'm a bit addicted to them. I just love them. I just absolutely love them. And I love this gritty printing, like offset, half tone type printing texture. I just absolutely love it. So now that I did those color tests, I took this out and I did a little sketch of what I would like it to look like. And I want it to be simple. I think I want to cut the worm into sections and have the worm in different sections. But again, I'm going to do another color test. I'm going to keep this out and visible so that I can see it. And I'm going to do another color test with my small one and to see how best to do it, because I personally love it when it's primary colors and bold colors. But I don't want it to be too bold or too playful, because then it can become too busy very quickly. So that's not my goal and how I want things to be. So my plan is I'm going to play just with 3 colors and see how it goes. And I want to keep the bottom part free so that I can have that area for information, like when the workshop is going to take place, the name of the workshop, and so on and so forth. So, good. Nice and clean. Okay. So the colors I'm going to be using, even though I really like this one and the blue. These are the colors that I want to use. So this is completely translucent, this is half, and this is opaque. So I really need to consider when I use this. I am kind of intrigued about what would happen if I used this pink. I'll have to do a test. That's the fun part about the jelly print. You can just test things out and you can use really cheap paper. So for me, it's a win-win. Okay, so I'm going to do now a time lapse because I'm going to be doing lots of tests before going on to the big one and doing a big print. So now time lapse. So I'm back. Crazy hair still. So I did some tests and I created a sketch, which I'm looking for currently in my sketchbook here. Let's see this. So I created this sketch of what I would like to do. And so now I am going to create the appropriate cutouts that I need. I have, so let's see, I have the flower that I want with the circle. Yeah, here's the circle. I have the flower with the circle. I have the jumping frog I have here. I have the worm that I have here. And I have the flower, but I think this is a bit small. Maybe this can be more in the background. This here. This more like here. I'm going to leave a space open for information. I had written here in the sketchbook to have it on the bottom. Oh yeah, and I need a butterfly. I only have this butterfly. I don't know if I like that one. I might want to change it. But I also have this flower, which is like a tulip with the long stem. Or I have this one. See, this is where, at least for me, it requires a lot of thinking and deciding on what I want to create. Maybe like that. Yeah, I like that. But I think I want a different ladybug, not ladybug, butterfly. So I'm going to do the cutout of the butterfly, and then just with printing paper, do a test with colors, and then go on to decide which colors I want, and then go from there. Because I think the tulip is fine, it's quite springy. So I need paper. I'll just use this one. And scissors, and I'm going to draw it. So I need to be careful. I need to be careful because I have the jelly plate there and I don't want to cut on top of it. Can you see? So I'm just gonna use this paper here. So I want it like that. And I've just been using regular paper to create these things. So let's see. So I want it to be facing that way. Like this. That's good. There's this artist that I found on Instagram. I'll have to look her up. And she creates these really appealing reels on Instagram of her using the jelly plate to create monoprints. Just love it. Just absolutely love it. I wanted to do some variations, ouch, of this design that I have. I'm going to first just do flat lay colors, but then I want to try something different. And then I want to choose which one I like best. Okay, there's my butterfly. Okay. Let's get all the scraps out of the way. So if I put this here, is that enough space? Is that enough space? Let's say yes. These out of the way. All right. And then I'm just going to play with placement right now. So that way I know where. That's that. Here's the butterfly. Here. I really like this worm. Here. A little bit higher. There. This is a good frog. I like this frog too. Here. Frog there. Oh yeah, the flower. It's a shame. It's a shame that this is too small. Made it too small. There's also this one that's really nice. Maybe I can put one here. I really like this one. And I cut in half, that way the petals can be different colored to the stem. I don't know if I want to add this one. Or should I do it down? I don't know. I couldn't do it like this. Okay. So it's a good layout. I like how that looks. Good. Good. Maybe this can go a bit further down. And this can go more here. Yeah. Good. All right. All right. So now for the colors. I was thinking, I'm just looking at the studies that I have over to the side. Let me show you. There are my studies. So I was just looking at the studies. So I really like this pink and this yellow. It's very 70s to me. I like this neon pink, but I don't like anything else. And this one I find intriguing. I think I really like this blue on top of this. I really like that, but I don't know how to use it yet. I don't know. Okay. So either way, this is just a test pull. Lord Almighty. Too many things on my desk. Creates chaos. And you're not even in focus. Nope. Nope. Paintbrush in the way. Come on. Come on. There. Okay. So I was thinking this this, and maybe this. I haven't tried this color combination, so it would be interesting to try this. But I also really enjoyed using this color, so I'm gonna see. Maybe I'll use these four. Maybe. We'll have to see. Maybe. Let's try it out with these, and then I'll try one out with this pink. All right, so I want this to have yellow, this to have yellow, which will affect what color this will be. Okay, see, there's a lot of moving parts here, and this I want white or like a beigey color. I'm gonna grab the titanium buff. I'm super cold today. Oh, okay. Got my heavy duty working sweater on. Used to be my husband's, now it's mine. Okay. All right. I am ready. I am not ready. I need to create my cleaning paper. Or I might as well just everything this. Okay, so let's put the colors here. It requires a lot of planning and thinking when doing a jelly plate. And I am going to write down as I go which steps I'm taking so that I can remember. Luckily, I have Post-its. So take one. I'm first going to put titanium buff. I'm going to remove all of these. I'm going to put these here. Okay. So first titanium buff, and I really love this paint color. I use this a lot when I paint with acrylics. There. It's all covered. All covered. There. Paper, which I forgot to grab. Lots and lots of paper. It's always needed when doing jelly plates. And once I put it down, I am going to tape it in place. Completely off. But since it's one color, not a big deal. I will put it back on. Should have done this beforehand. But this is why you have, oh, whatever. This is why you have tests. Test, test, test. Okay. Going to grab the tape. I'm going to attach it. No, I know where to. It'll always remain in the same spot. Okay. Now comes for the thinking to start. So I want the circle to be yellow, which would make the rest of the area yellow. Well, I can always block it out with pieces of paper. I could just create a circle and cut that out. It's probably better. Just do a circle here and cut it out. I'll just put a little bit of yellow down. Oh, but I also want that. Hmm. Hmm. How should I do this? I guess I also need to make this yellow. Anything else? I think this stick as well. I think I'm doing it too clean. So I want that to be yellow. So I should probably do yellow first. So that means I need to use this now to block that area because I want that to remain clean. So I want that to be yellow. But I don't want this to be yellow. Okay, so I'm going to be putting this down because I don't want that to be yellow. I'm going to be putting this. I do want this to be yellow, to be green. This I want to be green. This I don't want to be yellow, so I'll be putting this down. What else? I don't want this to be yellow, so I'll be putting this down. And I don't want this to be yellow, so I'll be putting this down. But I want everything else to be yellow. Yes. Yes. You worked it out, Christine. Good job. Good on you. Or should I first do the blue and then the yellow? Because when you pull it, oh no, but I'm doing layer by layer. Yellow first. A bit further. I don't want this to be yellow. And I don't want this to be yellow. Oops. Okay. What else did I say? And I don't want this to be yellow either. Okay. And I don't want this to be yellow either. So I need to see where to put this. Okay. What else? And I don't want this to be yellow. Or do I? No. Do I? I want this to be yellow, but only yellow. Anything else that I don't want yellow? No. Okay, so now I can put this on. Okay. And we lift it. Ta-ta! It's like creating masks. You would think that this would be logical, but no, it is not. Come on. Good. Now I remove the rest of the yellow that is still on my jelly plate. Okay. So then I did yellow, and then I did blue, light. Okay. Clean it again. Good. Another sip of the tea. Okay. So now I want the circle to be blue. I want the flower to be red. So I don't want this to be red. I don't want this to be red. 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 That can be red. And that can be red. Okay. So these are the things that I don't want red. I'm missing one. Where's the flower stem? Here. These are the things I'm going to put on next. All right, semi-opaque. Let's see how this goes with red. Okay. It's a nice red. Very vibrant. Oopsie. Having the paper there on the side is not ideal. Just want it to be a bit lighter. Okay. So, I said I don't want the circle. Right there. I don't want the butterfly, which is here. Here. Okay. I do want that to be red. Oh, yeah, these. I don't want the froggy. Which way did I say? Should be going this way? Yes. Oh boy, does not want to stick. Come on, frog, stick, stick. Okay, froggy's there. Now we have this. Stay here. Oh yeah. There. There. That's okay. And the other one. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. Oh yeah. Like it. Like it. So I really like the tulip. I really like the worm. I really like the frog. And I really like the butterfly. Okay. And now I think that's it. Or is there something else that I want to add? Do I want to do another layer of blue? And I just cover everything properly. I'm gonna do one last layer of blue. I'm going to try to keep the markings of where I had things. So I know where to put them again once. Okay, that's good. So now I'll just do light blue again and cover everything. Oh, this was so dirty. Jesus. Okay. Okay. And final reveal. That's pretty cool. All right. The worm was backwards. But hey, that looks pretty cool. Cool. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Of course, it could be improved. Could definitely be improved, but that's a pretty cool print. It's not bad. I like that. I like that. I think that's really cool. So now all that's missing is a bit of black line art, which I can do with like a which I can do with a neo color. I think that would be neat with a neo color. That's pretty neat. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's super cool. And then down here, it can be the L'Atelier. And that is my poster. I really like that. I really like that. I really like that. I'm super happy with that. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye. Bye.